ఇప్పుడు అందరూ కూర్చుంటే మనం అయిపోతుంది తొందరగా. ఇప్పుడు చాలామంది మాట్లాడారు. ఈ కొద్దిసేపు మాట్లాడిన తర్వాత మన రాజేంద్ర గారు, మన గౌరవ ఎంపీ గారు మాట్లాడతారు. తర్వాత ప్రోగ్రామ్ ముగిసింది. కొద్దిసేపు ఓపిక పడితే మీరు ఇక్కడ అందరూ కూర్చోండి. విజయరావు గారు అందరూ కూర్చోండి. మిత్రుడు శ్రీనివాస్ గారు, ఈనాటి మన ముఖ్య అతిథి స్థానిక మెంబర్ ఆఫ్ పార్లమెంట్ గవర్నమెంట్ ఈటల రాజేంద్ర గారు, లీగల్ సెల్ రాష్ట్ర కన్వీనర్ అయినటువంటి మిత్రుడు రామారావు, జీపీ రామారావు గారు, జి రామారావు గారు, గోకుల్ రామారావు గారు, అదేవిధంగా రవీంద్ర విశ్వనాథ్ గారు, మిత్రులు రంగారెడ్డి జిల్లా సెక్రటరీ కృష్ణ గారు, జీకే హనుమంత్ గారు, ఆర్కే శ్రీనివాస్ గారు, రమణారెడ్డి గారు, భుజంగరావు గారు, బార్ కౌన్సిల్ సభ్యులు, అమరేందర్ రెడ్డి గారు, స్థానిక కోర్టు అధ్యక్షులు, అదేవిధంగా మిత్రుడు తాడూరు శ్రీనివాస్ గారు, సీనియర్ న్యాయవాది, మరి మాజీ ఎంపీసీ కమిషన్ చైర్మన్, సునీల్ గౌడ్ గారు, బార్ కౌన్సిల్ ఆఫ్ తెలంగాణ వైస్ చైర్మన్, అదేవిధంగా అల్లం నాగరాజ్ గారు, జనార్దన్ గారు, అశోక్ గారు, మోహన్ గారు, ప్రసన్న గారు, బబ్బూరు శ్రీనివాస్ గారు, అందరూ కూడా పేరు పైన ఉన్నటువంటి న్యాయవాదుల మిత్రులకు అందరూ కూడా ఇక్కడ ఇచ్చేసినటువంటి స్థానిక పుర ప్రముఖులు శ్రీ బిటి శ్రీనివాస్ గారు, హనుమంతరావు గారు, అందరూ కూడా పేరు పైన నమస్కరిస్తూ, we all know that today we are entering into the 75th, we have completed 75th year of our constitution, which was given to us by the Constituent Assembly and which was adopted by our Parliament, by our nation on 23rd November 1949. And after that, the Constitution came into force from 26 January 1950. Since 1950 to this day, the Constitution has been the guiding force for our country. Whenever the crisis came, it was the Constitution which came to the rescue. Be it hung parliament, be it hung assembly, be it defections, or be anything, the guiding force for this country has always been the Constitution. The Constitution which has taken more than 2 years, 11 months and few days, involving around 385 members, and subsequently after the partition 299 members, and 7 members of the drafting committee chaired by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, the Constitution was given to this country. And since then, January 26, 1950, we have been celebrating the Constitution as a Republic Day. Friends, the Constitution which has been given to us is a mixture of many constitutions in the world across. And ours is a written Constitution. But friends, you must understand that for the past 75 years, how the Constitution was meddled with, how the Constitution was played with, and how the Constitution was tampered by the ruling parties in those days. And this country has been ruled by more than 55 years the Congress party, which was in power for several years. And you must remember that the first violation of the fundamental right by the parliament, by the government was then the Kerala government acquiring the land of a mutt called Keshavanandi Bharati. And that was the first case of the Constitution. And where Supreme Court 7:6 ratio said that Keshavanandi Bharati's land cannot be acquired, and then fundamental rights maybe if necessary can be amended, but it can't be violated. And basic structure of the Constitution cannot be disturbed, and the Supreme Court made the ruling. Subsequently, it came to Golaknath case, where the Keshavanand Bharati's judgment was reversed, and the Supreme Court said the fundamental rights cannot be touched. Fundamental rights cannot be touched; they are the ultimate to the people, and therefore the fundamental rights of a citizen is the prime the aim of the Constitution to protect the life and liberty of the people. And that is the reason that today people in this country, whenever they feel injustice, they say that I am going to court, I will go to court. And because the judiciary, parliament and the executive, these three bodies, which are the forces, which are the three pillars of our democracy, have to coordinate and synchronize with each other. But many a times the judiciary and the parliament had to clash, and judiciary had to interfere whenever parliament exceeded its limit. We have seen how many times this country's constitution was amended. Perhaps in the world no other constitution was amended. 128 times our constitution has been amended. 106 times where 128 constitution amendments have been made. But there are constitution amendments which is for the benefit of our country. Friends, we all know how the violation of the constitution was made, first by the Congress party. When they were ruling, Indira Gandhi lost election petition to Raj Narayan, and Allahabad High Court said her elections is set aside. After that the emergency was declared. 38 amendments brought. The 38 amendments said the election to the president, or vice president, or speaker and the prime minister cannot be challenged by the courts. That's how the constitution was challenged, how the constitution was changed. Then 44th amendment, 42nd amendment came, where the basic structure of the constitution, where the secular and socialist republic was added. We are no more socialist, but still the preamble says we are socialistic. That was not there in the original preamble. Friends, there are few examples where you have seen the glaring violation of the constitution by the Congress party. In 1977, after the emergency was revoked, and again the Janata Party fell down, there were many Janata Party ruled states, many opposition ruled states. For the first time, Article 356 was misused by the Congress, and all the state governments which are not ruled by the Congress were dissolved. How many times the Congress party has used 356? We can just see the history that the Constitution has always been violated. Another violation, our Constitution says the directive principle of the state policy that uniform civil code has to be implemented. And when Supreme Court in Shabano case, when it gave a verdict in favor of a woman in the maintenance case, when Rajiv Gandhi was the Prime Minister, only for the sake of appeasement politics, the Supreme Court judgment was also not respected, and a bill was passed giving the Iddat period maintenance to the Muslim women, thereby taking away the rights of the Muslim women by introducing the Muslim Women Protection Act. Such the violation of the Congress Constitution. When Supreme Court said that the Uniform Civil Code has to be implemented, then the Congress party amended the Constitution. Friends, they have been amending the Constitution for their purpose, for their personal purpose and political purposes. We also have, because this is a BJP legal cell meeting, and one must understand that there is a political angle in everything. We amended the Constitution several times. Yes, we amended the Constitution to remove Article 370. We amended the Constitution to remove Article 35A. We amended the Constitution to introduce 10% of the EBC reservation. We amended the Constitution to bring 33% of the women reservation in the coming Assembly and Parliament elections. This is where we have amended. But the Congress has amended to stay in power. Congress has amended for the political purposes. And today the Congress leader takes a book of Constitution in his hand and roams around the country, which he has never read. We know he doesn't know how many pages are there, how many sections are there. Friends, I do not take much time. Today the Constitution is in danger because of the Congress party. When Citizens Act was amended, we have seen these forces, how they have incited and instigated the anti-national forces and the urban Naxals of the JNU who came on the roads in Shaheen Bagh, and how they disturbed the atmosphere, how vicious they made the atmosphere in Delhi, how communal clashes were engineered by these people to oppose the Citizens Amendment Act. which is nothing but giving justice to our Indians who have been persecuted on the basis of religion in Pakistan, Bangladesh and Afghanistan. Friends, CIA was demanded by all the parties, including the Congress party. But when we tried to amend it, all these people raised hue and cry. So therefore, friends, these people are only interested in to remain in power. These people only want to remain in power, and therefore they have always tampered with the Constitution. Constitution has to be protected, and it is only the BJP which can protect the Constitution. And we warn these people who says that they are going to change the Constitution. The Congress has a habit of changing the Constitution. Congress has a habit of even tampering with the Constitution. And we also warn those people who don't respect the Constitution, who don't respect the constitutional values. Because values are the elections when they were held during the Vajpayee's time, when the vote of confidence was being held in the parliament, the Atal Bihari Vajpayee's government lost the government with the one vote. The value of the Bharatiya Janata Party was that we could have purchased that one single vote, but we did not want to purchase because we have a moral value and value-based politics. And therefore we protected the Constitution, where again the re-elections were held. The democratically elected governments are there. So therefore these are the things which we have to know, that what is happening in this country, how the Constitution is being violated by these people. So dear friends, I don't want to take much time, because all of you are well versed with the Constitution. Many of them have expressed their views, and definitely we are here to protect the Constitution, and we definitely warn those people who will try to tamper with the Constitution, and be aware of the vicious campaign, false narration given by the Congress party, the opposition party, that BJP is going to change the Constitution. We are not going to change the Constitution. We are going to change the face of the nation by keeping the Constitution before us. Constitution is a guiding force for our government. Constitution is a guiding force for our BJP. Constitution is a guiding force for our BJP workers. Therefore, friends, I thank the organizers. It is a beautiful evening with a good gathering of advocates in the local elites here, and media also I thank once again. And this Constitution has to be protected, and we are responsible as an advocate to see that constitutional rights of every individual citizen is protected, and we stand for the protection of human rights and fundamental rights. At the same time, we also realize that we have a fundamental duties also towards this nation. So therefore, with these few words, I thank the organizers once again for giving me this opportunity. Thank you very much.